Get your coffee, Mr. B. He's lost the plot. Tracy, he's lost the plot. Look at his top. No, he's just hooked on poodles. Yes. This isn't Lily, but it's a poodle. How funny. Welcome to Mark Bajerski YouTube channel, guys. Welcome, hello. Come a little closer. Sorry, that's a bit silly, isn't it? Yes, he's a bit silly. Sorry, guys. He's a little bit silly. Okay. Crystals out. Get his tools out. Oops, don't look. No, these crystals are silly. I think I was talking about. Is there any more coming in? Oh, there we go. Get them all out. Oh. How are you doing, guys? Well, I was doing a tidy round, and I found this book, and I don't know if I've ever shown it to you before. It gets more thicker by the day. My story so far. Tickle Pink was the shop where I worked above there for many years, and yeah, memory lane. I started making this in the UK. So yeah, do you want to have a look? Oh, you're gonna say, oh, he likes his fame. I don't know. I liked helping children. I liked helping animals, and I guess when people took photos, then I enjoyed it. So there's me younger, with a lot of children at Highburton School, where I managed to raise a heap of money. That was 900, remember this is years ago, £900. So furniture dealer, which I was an antique dealer, but they like to call me furniture dealer. I had an auction house called Huddersfield Auctions. So organised a charity auction to benefit his daughter's school. That's right, my daughter's the one with her head hanging down there, very, very shy. Not so shy now. So that was that one. I think that's of the same photo. This is Mr. Hobbs I spoke about, one of the nicest guys I've ever met in the world. And that was China's teacher. And Yvonne is a friend of mine, Yvonne, dear friend, and that's Paris, beautiful friend, daughter of Yvonne and friend of China's. What am I bid for? A school library. So that's another one there. There's me and another lady there who helped. That was for 500. A new school library is a little closer thanks to £500 from an auction. Auctioneer Mark Bajerski presented the cash to Golka Junior Infants and Nursery School with the help of assistant Samantha. Well done, Samantha. Good girl. The money was raised through an auction of Mr. Bajerski's at his business. This one auction was called Cheap as Chips, so I had two auction houses. There's another one there. There's another photo. You can see me there. We were at an Indian restaurant where we raised 5,200 cash boost for charity's new home. A group dedicated to rescuing abandoned greyhounds and lurchers has now raised 40,000 towards the new base. So this was helping raise money. The lady next to me is a wonderful, it's Sue, wonderful lady, Suzanne Dawson, I think she's called. She was an amazing lady. So we kind of helped each other, and I helped raise money. And yeah, dog charity, I'll just read some of them. An auction is being, bid to help dogs, party, breakthrough. This is breakthrough cancer, when I believed in that kind of thing, which I don't anymore. Thank you very much for being our auctioneer and magician, because I went around all the posh people's tables and did magic. We helped raise 17,000 for that one. Thank you, Mark, for helping this evening and the last 18 months. Good luck to your move to Spain next year. Okay, so yeah, another one from Greyhound. Another Greyhound one there. That was a shop that I owned called Exhibit, and that was me and Susie and the lady again. We raised on that one 700. The hammer went down for 900 on that one. Dogs Charity Greyhound, 2,000 on that one, 900 on that one, 740 on that one. I'll just show you this one as well. This is here. This one says, Dear Mark, I am sorry I was unable to see you last week for the Czech presentation. I was away with our 5 and 6 year old children's on a residential visit. However, I believe the photograph went well. Throughout, you have had to contribute, although you have had to contribute personally once again to our school fund. Yes, I did. I must say how I appreciate your generosity, both in encouraging others to donate, which I was good at, on our behalf, and in making your own donation to take our total to 500. So that's another school. That was Nigel Miller, head teacher at, which school was that? Golka. There's me as well raising money for a dog charity. You can see there's a basket there. That's me doing robotic dancing. Dog group boosted my event. A fundraising need in Meltham has raised 6,000. It was conducted by auctioneer Mark Bajerski of Exhibit. Okay. So that was our shop. We opened up. That was where I first started doing my sessions, in this shop here. See this desk there? That desk is where people used to come for a free psychic reading, and I used to give healing in that shop. That was Tickle Pink shop there, and that's when I sold the other shop and went upstairs. That's Exhibit in Kingsgate Shopping Centre, and that was at the front of Kingsgate Shopping Centre. A stand and a shop that I had, and that was the shop at Marsh, the one that I knew one day I'd buy from Mrs. Singh when I was a young boy. This lady was a lovely lady. She was the mayor, but she was also an antique dealer and friend of mine. So that was a photo then. A moving tale. My daughter and a best friend on Christmas Day went round and raised, knocking on doors, raising money. They have raised £149 towards, I can't remember what they raised that for, but they raised it for something. So she was taking after her dad then. That's another one there, that the hammer went down. It's hammer time. And then there's some pictures of me. That was when I was on blind date. So it says the sun, that's the sun. There's me. And it says, I'm the blind date they love to hate. And then you can clearly see there what they wrote. Can you see that? They called me a rat. Rat Nico. That was a challenging time, but hey ho, there's Scylla. There's me sat down next to Scylla. That's Scylla's signature there. That was one of the the magazines that came to find me, and it says, yeah, I got slapped, punched, beer thrown all over me. They were interesting days. Learned to become stronger and stronger. And then I started, oh yeah, auctioneer outwits the experts. An eagle-eyed auctioneer. It doesn't really matter. It was just a painting that I knew it wasn't a painting, and the experts believed it was, and I said it was a fake, and it ended up being a fake, so I wasn't in the paper for that as well. Not that important. So I got loads of this is when I started doing my work and started writing for magazines, and I was in lots of magazines writing about my stories. Don't really know. Oh, they're in here. I think that's it really. Oh, hang on. There's my mum. Okay, that's it. I was in a lot of magazines in Spain when I was changing minds, the story of a skeptic convinced. Yeah, there were loads of stories like this, you know. So what would happen was, oh, you get to learn how all this works, guys. You get to learn how it all works. So a lot of people who are in the business of doing interviews, they kind of say, oh, I'd like to do an interview with you, meaning, can I have a psychic reading? And I didn't mind that. That was lovely. I didn't mind. So they'd come being skeptic, and then they'd write and saying, you know, my mind's changed. He could never have known that about me. I never told him anything. And, you know, I didn't like, oh my God, I've got to do a good job, and I hope it, you know, all I used to say to people is, if you're coming for a psychic reading, I don't want to know your name at all. Don't tell me, in fact, tell me a false name. I don't care, but just don't tell me who you are. And the reason why I did that is for my own sanity and for theirs. So if I didn't know who they were, and then they sat down and after 1 hour I read for them and told them things that, like, there's no way he could have known, then they can't say, oh, well, he got my name. He knew my name, so he went on the computer. So on my website, when I first started my website, it said, to book an appointment with Mark, please never give him your full name. It's true. That is the truth. I didn't want to know anybody's name because then they couldn't accuse me of cheating, because I knew a lot of psychics weren't psychics and they were cheating people. They were getting their names and then they were following up, finding out who they were. That wasn't me. I just wanted to help people and make them feel better, and it ended up that people started calling me a psychic, and I said, I'm not a psychic. Well, how did you know that? Well, yeah, I just felt it. Well, you're a psychic then. And I'm saying, well, that's not why I'm doing this work. People used to get me confused. I didn't give a shit about if I knew something about them. It didn't make me excited. But what did make me excited is that they'd go away and feel better and say, oh my God, I feel so much better. And thank you for your help. That the psychic work was, I guess, just to make them realize that I'm not a fraud. So in my mind, I'm thinking, okay, I'll do these cards and let them feel, and they might get, most people didn't really get it. They loved it and they loved the energy, but they wanted to come back again. So I'm thinking, well, hang on, that didn't work, did it? Because did you not listen to the message? And I kind of find that a little bit on here. There's only a small percentage of you guys who get me, who understand what I do. And a lot of people don't. They watch it and say, oh, he's lovely, and then continue being the same person, you know? And then I get really down because I think, well, I'm not that good a teacher then, am I? Because they didn't listen. They didn't hear what I'm trying to share with them. So it comes with a lot of emotions, does this work. So I'm so glad I don't do it full full-time anymore. I'm so glad I retired and just do the work on here like this. But I guess I showed you that just to give you an idea of that. Really, I haven't changed much from being a kid up until now. Not much has changed, really. I've just got a bit older, but I still do what I like to do, which is give. And I've done interviews before, and the people have said, who are you? Who are you? And I used to say to them that the only way I describe it in my mind is like when I was a kid going to Poland. And when I was in Poland, we would buy these bag of sweets. Always, every year, buy a bag of sweets. And they were Polish sweets. And they were in a brown bag. And when we bought them, I'd put them away safely. And I'd be so excited. And I'd be like, let me get back home. And my excitement was to get out of that van and run to my friend's house and share the sweets with them. And that's who I am. I've always been that person. So I've tried not to be, and I've tried to go to top of mountains and love that energy, being on my own. But for some reason, within me, it's always like you should have somebody else here feeling it too, you know. And there's positive and negative aspects to that, because I remember swimming I wasn't swimming with turtles. I went on my own with a group of people. I didn't even know who they were, and we were trying to spot turtles, and they all went under because the diver said, oh, come under here, and for some strange reason I'm swimming the opposite direction as I do. And then from nowhere this little baby turtle comes out right next to me, and I'm swimming with this turtle, and I swear this turtle's looking at me, and I'm looking at this turtle, and I'm like in awe of this, like, and I touched his little swimming fin, and it was like, and he was looking at me, and he was just and like, and all of a sudden I had to stop myself and turn and wanted to scream at everybody saying, hey, look, I didn't know who they were, but I wanted them to feel what I was feeling. I wanted them to be around this little baby turtle instead of going down trying to see a turtle. I've got one right next to me. And then I heard this voice saying, Mark, stop. This is for you. This is your moment. And at that point I started crying, thinking, God, I just can't embrace what is given to me, because I feel as if I need to share it with the world all the time. And sometimes we need to embrace that what is given to us as a gift. And it's so easy for us to gift, but it's really hard for us to receive. And I still yet to learn that. I still find it hard to learn. You know, I only feel really at the most happiest when I'm giving and sharing my light, my love, my experience with others. And I want other people to feel that experience, but you realize that you can't force love onto somebody. You can't force an experience of magic and happiness and joy onto somebody. So it is what it is. It's very interesting times. So, you know, I hope nobody thinks I'm ego when I mean, I can imagine that some people probably think I was ego showing that, but it wasn't ego. It was out of real love. You know, I say there's just not enough love in the world. There's just not enough, you know, out there is all dark, is all wrong, is all, everything that's portrayed, everything that's shown, all the pantomime, the stage show, it's all dark, it's all glue. And if there is a ray of hope, it's done to knock you back down again. You think that, you know, if you're in the UK, everything's fine now. When you understand how it works, you realise you'll be a little bit more wary and wondering why this is happening, because you know it shouldn't be happening, and you're all hoping it's all for the best. Well, guys, it doesn't work like that. They've planned all of this, and it's a kind of torture. It's a Japanese torture effect. What they do is they dangle a carrot and take it away from you, give you hope, and then it's gone again. This is stop. Stop it! You're gonna get kicked off. Okay. So on the 24th, guys, we've got the special offer which ends. So if you want to take advantage of that right now, you can do. So basically what it is there's a special offer that on my website, if you go under the tarot course, and the tarot course is a 10-hour life-changing course. It's amazing, and a lot of you have already signed up for it, so thank you. So I think there's a few more days left, and it's normally €300, but it's down to €100, plus you get the deck of cards by DHL. So it's kind of like for us a gift. And I'm going to try and do this as much as I can through the year, giving gifts one after the other. But yeah, it's really a life-changing and a beautiful way to see life and to read and to a bit like crystals really. You get a crystal and your energetic frequency changes, so you become stronger, and you as a crystal starts to vibrate at a higher frequency. It's amazing really. The crystal really isn't. There's a lady called Penelope who sent a message the other day. I want to say to Penelope, love you with all my heart. I think you're amazing. The message was absolutely, for me, a bit traumatic at first, and then I got it. I understood what you were saying. And it's true, because you said that you're addicted. You used to be addicted to other things, but now you're addicted to crystals. And you've bought a lot from me, and you said it's cost a lot of money, and I'm like feeling a bit like, oh my God, you know, am I making people addicted to stuff? And is this just as bad? And then you said, but actually, Mark, the one thing that I'm addicted to is actually helping me and making me feel stronger and better. And I do say to people as a laugh that there is some addictions which are really worthwhile, and crystals are one of them. But I kind of get this guilty feeling, thinking, oh, I hope they're not going to spend too much because they need to buy food and stuff. And, you know, please don't go OTT. I try and say that to as many people as I can. Don't go OTT. But you know, who am I to say that? Look at my crystal collection when I was, you know, collecting them to begin with. All my money was going into crystals, and I nearly got divorced for it. What are you doing? We've got no food and you've just bought more crystals. So I guess that my job ended up feeding my addiction so I could get away with it and say it's normal. No, it's not normal. I can't walk past a crystal shop without buying crystals. I buy crystals because I just love them, and I've been blessed to say that I've got a business now that I can play with the crystals for a few hours, a few weeks, a few months, and then sell them and give you that very same energy. It's interesting right now that science is actually talking about crystals more. They didn't do before because they like to keep things quiet when it's something so profound. But I've been noticing more and more people are talking about crystals and moldavite, and that crystals and moldavite have powers beyond our understanding, and they talk about ancients using these as talismans, as connectors or antennas or radio signals or messages. And I've said to you guys over the years that I did notice that after I'd given a healing session to a child, and I had a crystal on that child, I would take that one crystal and then I'd meet another child who'd take it and benefit from the same memory. So it was very natural and very organic for me to understand this. It wasn't told to me. I never even heard of Dr. Emoto when I first started. But then all of these people started coming into my life saying, hey, you know what you're saying? Apparently somebody else thinks this as well. And apparently water, you can do that with water. And I said, well, in water, in every drop of water, there's a crystal. So water is crystal, and we are actually crystalline. We're crystal. We're 70% crystal. So we carry a memory, and whatever we feel, wherever we go, is the same as a crystal. It feels memory as well. We are slightly different though, because our we have a kind of like I want to say flaw because we're talking about crystals. Okay, we have a flaw, and this is a spacesuit, and the spacesuit carries negative memory, whereas crystals don't carry it. They disperse it, dispel it. It just disappears. It doesn't hold weight in a crystal. Crystal is pure. It doesn't hold weight of negative, heavy energy, whereas we do. The spacesuit does. The heart doesn't. The spirit doesn't, but the spacesuit does. So we carry in our spacesuit, which is the mind, the tool, the brain, the tool of the spacesuit carries information, and we hold information, and negative information is part of the journey. It's part of the experience. That's why we wear the spacesuit. because as a spirit we don't feel that. That doesn't even enter our energetic frequency. Same with the crystal. It doesn't enter, negativity doesn't enter that frequency. It doesn't hold weight. It just straight through it. It's non-existent, but pure love, positive energy, healing energy. It becomes a memory in the crystal, and it heightens the crystal's frequency to be able to help heal people. That's why I guess people like my crystals, because they know that I work with each piece, each singular piece over there. I've got 24 pieces of fire agate, fire opal, which is amazing. And I've been working on them this morning, just for a short while, about 20 minutes. I did a little short meditation. I'll work on them again for about another 2 hours, something like that. And then I'll put them on the website, and people say, oh, Mark, your crystals, they're different from crystals from a shop. And I'll say, well, I work on them. My work isn't a crystal seller. It's a crystal giver. It gives memory to a crystal. So it's added memory into that. Whether people believe it or not doesn't make any difference to me. But that's what I do. And people have said over the years, your crystals feel different from other people's crystals. I get more from your crystal than I do from a crystal from China or India. And I say, well, because I've worked on it. So it's interesting. It's interesting. I guess that's it, really. I wish you all a lovely day. The most important message I have for you today is be stronger than the negativity that's around you. Don't rush into getting excited, because the only thing that really upsets you is your belief and being let down in what you've believed. So what I'm saying is, we normally let down by ourselves because we presume we expect our expectations of certain circumstances of people. That's actually what lets us down. If you have no expectations over people and any expectations over a criminal organization called a government, then nothing surprises you and nothing will upset you, because you're not saying, oh, that's it, everything's over, we don't have to do it. Listen, guys, it's never worked like that. It's never been like that. It's always been a way that there's a reason for things happening. This one guy doing one thing and all of a sudden now he's caught. No, he's not caught. It was deliberately done, and he knew that. And all of these things that are happening are all very, very sophisticatedly done to fool you and to get you back into this idea of everything's going to be fine now, and then boom, you're back down again. So it's like you were in prison, okay? Somebody comes in, a guard comes in and says, look, if you just tell us the truth, right? If you just tell us what we want to know, we're going to let you out, and we're going to give you this and give you that. And then you tell them the truth, and then they keep you there. And then they say, okay, you're going out tomorrow, so don't worry about it. Everything's fine. Do you want to tell us anything else? You're going out tomorrow, so, okay, I'm so happy, yeah. But then they don't let you out. And it's a form of torture. And torture is connected to very dark entities that are part of this world that we live in. So there's good and there's bad. And bad likes to create more bad because it feeds from bad. So you've always got to be aware that there's negative forces at play at any given moment. It's part of the experience of life. So when you fall for the games that the darkness plays, the cults play, then it's your own fault. So don't fall for it. Just stand back, create your own life, do the best you can through the day, help as many people as you can, but don't buy into the television, don't buy into anything that's said, don't switch it on, don't look at it, but create, learn to start making a difference in your life. If you're busy looking at what's going on, then you're not doing anything in your life. So do something today and let that go and create and make a difference around you. And eat well, eat healthy. Make sure your body temple is only eating the best of Mother Earth. So anything from Mother Earth, as long as it's not being sprayed, as long as it's not being contaminated, as long as it's not being genetically modified, then you're always going to be fine, and you're going to be healthier and healthier and healthier and healthier. Thus you become stronger, more powerful, more happy and joyful and more sharp. if you eat the wrong foods, if you go into a supermarket, then you're going to eat everything wrong. Everything then is going to bring you down, and then you're going to get back into that sadness, and you're going to go back into the black screen, and you're going to be just another one of those fools that just spend all their life doing nothing and achieving nothing, and just be living in heavy energy, which is normally judgment, fear, anger, jealousy, resentment. So break free from that today. Break free from all of that, and just say, out there is all wrong, and I'm going to create something in here and make it all right. And that's what I did, and I created the Pure Energy Healing Academy. And that's when I started working on tarot cards, learning how to use them cards, because they're pieces of paper, but they're helping me see things. And that's why I said I did this 7-day special offer course for £100 for a reason, because I want you to break free from that and start to see the world. And then when you see the world as it's meant to be seen, with love, potential, joy, happiness, you can then create that, and without even realizing after the course, it can change your life completely. And it has done for a lot of people. So yeah, maybe you want to take advantage of it, or maybe you don't, it doesn't really matter. But it's there. There's always going to be another special offer, and I'm going to try and help as many people this year as possible. So I think the girls at work, they're funny. They call themselves Charlie's Angels. They call me Charlie. Can you imagine? So they have a laugh about it. We laugh about it, and they're great girls. So if you ever see a message underneath one of your posts and it says, "Hi, this is Charlie's Angels. Mark would like to offer you a crystal," it's because I've told them and I've said your name, and then they'll come to you and then they'll message you. And then if you see a message from Charlie's Angels, you know it's genuine, and it's one of the girls at work who have typed away. And then you need to then send info@markbajerski.com, your name and address, telephone number, so then we can ship a crystal out to you, or a special offer or something like that. Okay, I'm going to get to work now, guys. I'm wishing you all a lovely day. I might do a video on a crystal right now, because I'm feeling I'd like to talk about a crystal. So maybe the next video will be a crystal. I'm wishing you a great day from my heart to yours. Shine bright, be amazing. And yeah, he's happy.